Hello everyone, this is bonjour à tous. This is Galia from Netrunner FR. We usually stream in French on this channel, but today we are hosting the 2026 EMEA Showdown by the wonderful Man in the Moon. And we're here to see the top cut. I have Warlock with me. Hello.
Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Excited to be here.
So yeah, the EMEA Showdown, 94 players started with beautiful alt arts as usual, thanks to Man in the Moon. OF15 is TOing the event and judging. Core is helping with the judging. I was judging a bit yesterday, but we didn't have much to do. And we have a top cut of 16 players. Tyrus had to drop, so Ruben Peters was able to sneak in. Let's see. Yeah, so 50% Jinteki, 7 Meliasu, 1 Ayuko, 5 Precision Design, 2 Nebula made it, and only 1 Wayland. There was a lot of Wayland in Swiss, but didn't convert well. Yeah, very poor cut conversion rate for Wayland.
Yeah, not a single Nuvum. 16 players decided to play Nuvum yesterday. It was the third most common corp ID, if I'm not mistaken. And unfortunately, none of them managed to get into the top cut. Feels like people came in prepared after Jai won the APAC Mega City online last weekend. So people definitely came in prepared. You can see that because 4 criminals, we should have a pretty good matchup into that. Managed to get into top cut, and 3 of them are Mercury.
Yeah, we 5 Mercury. That was quite a surprise, and 3 made it to the top cut. So that's interesting. So who's on Mercury?
I think Lovelace, Tuno, and Council are the 3 players on Mercury today. So all very well-known players with some level of pedigree on their back.
November and Akizai Shogun.
Yep, that is some of the pseudonyms that Council uses.
Okay, yeah, Council is a player of many names.
Exactly, many minds in the council.
Yeah.
At the top, the usual suspects, however. 5 players are still on Lu.
Yeah.
7 Meliasu, 5 PD. I haven't seen all the lists, but I'm assuming most of them must be some amount of flood the market combo or just horizontal value. And then 3 Ezos to top off the 50% of Anarch share here of the runner pie.
And we've seen quite a few interesting brew yesterday on the stream. Some quite experimental decks. That was fun. We even see someone was playing a Chrysopian scheming, for example.
Lots of options still to develop as the meta develops even in the last few weeks of this Mega City season.
So can you hear us well? I forgot to ask. It seems to be fine, but Some confirmation would be nice.
Yeah.
Still early. Chat is still asleep. Maybe you can check the pairings to what matchup.
Absolutely. Looks like most of the players have decided what side to play. Looks like we have Sleeper opting to Corp into J Foley. We have at least he decided
yeah.
to run into Lovelace. I'm not sure. I think Virtue is decided to Corp into Chunky Seals Arisana, and I believe we have Bucket Hat Ban deciding to Corp into 34 Witches Blue.
Okay, this one is the combo deck with no spike and simulation reset.
Mm-hmm.
Well known. This Arisana seems. Oh, it's on Hermes. Nice. Oh, I think
Hermes.
maybe we've seen it on yesterday.
Could be. I haven't tuned in the whole stream yesterday, so I'm not exactly sure. But I know we've seen a bunch of the top cut players already. Which I mean, no worries at all. We'd love to watch some more high level gameplay today, regardless of who it is.
Yeah. And here is Retrograde Invasion. Tuno's Mercury deck. Interesting. And this
sounds like a. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this Melius is on Unleash, Lethe, Oppo, and of the line. Oh, it's a tag. It's really a tag Melius.
Yeah, it's the Melius version that loves to play Eska and Regenesis and try to bait the runner into taking a lot of damage from archives. It sounds like a very interesting matchup if you're down to watch that one.
Yeah. Table 2?
Sounds good. I'll ask if they're happy with us joining.
Yeah. I'm not seeing the table.
Looks like both players are happy with the stream. So as the games begin,
where is it?
Jump in.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, the again one exactly.
Here we go. Already remote protected by ice and ice on HQ.
Forcing the ice res here, at least checking, finding the regulate mining license and removing it from the board, using the credit gain from the first sure gamble.
Hello, Lunary. And then run HQ. Going to see two cards here. Stealing Let's Drink and seeing an Oppo research.
Also very important, turning the Melius U face up and figuring out that Protheseus went for R&D this time around.
Yeah, which isn't... Oh, already we are playing a small Oppo. Player playing quite fast.
Yeah.
Tuno Carpe Diem on HQ, and it was a Melius ID. Oh, stealing a Sisyphus.
Still finds the agenda.
Already on 3 points.
Yeah, quite the start from the runner here. Although having to face one Oppo soon is one Oppo really early is not exactly the best. But it feels like the Corp doesn't have the economy for a second one or more punishing one for now. We'll see. Just Tuno ends up deciding to overdraw with the class acting, stick the tags.
Yeah, not bothering to clear not even one of them. And they see Lacosta in the remote and decide to leave it there.
For people wondering, there's exactly 2 tag punishment operations in Protheseus' deck. One of them is an Unleash, the second one is an end of the line. So Tuno is starting to play around by keeping the tags. There are some other cards that care about tags, like the Eskas, and I believe that might be it. So interesting choice, right, Tuno, to just stick with the tags for now, knowing that it can't be killed with 7 cards in hand, and we'll see if it decides to remove those tags next turn or just go tag me all the way.
Corpse Jam in server 1, Tuno Bravado HQ, and it was tenure floor. It was again triggering the Melius recursion.
We'll see what Precious does with this recursion. Because this is to pick up the card that he just trashed. Looks like Tuna goes empty, finding the Charlotte and Lethe in hand.
Still no ice raise from the corp, but only on it was only on 3 credits, but clicking back up to 10 credits thanks to this Regolith mining license.
Massive regret, honestly, for Protesius here, and very necessary to get back in the money, being able to threaten the ice res, and that second economic asset that he found is probably going to be key into keeping up with this game. Although Tuno has a free R&D to check, and we'll see if that ends up being something that he wants to go for.
Yeah, not anymore.
Looks like
all servers are protected by ice, and also back in the money with Mystic Mamie supported the short gamble. Nuka to keep drawing. Yes, still setting up another gamble. And we now have Malang Dragon, Drone, and Capellation. Meanwhile, Proteus is jamming and advancing, probably the Charlotte we've seen on HQ just before.
Although we've seen a La Costa in that server, so you can expect that to be something that will stick. It makes sense to advance the Charlotte anyway, despite, regardless of the La Costa. And it looks like exactly the card you called out. For now, Tuno setting up more, ideally trying to find its way into R&D or HQ to get more agendas. The massive multi-action R&D is quite big.
Yeah, second Drone and Hermes. And a new remote, probably Spin.
That would be my guess as well, yeah. Let's see what this just does with that spin, if it gets res soon or not. Second ice hits HQ.
And now on 18 credits, Proteus.
A lot of things could be rezzed here.
Draws
Most of them don't get bypassed by Malandragam. For threat, the card cannot go through a lot of the ice that this Melius is playing. And that's exactly why the backstitching is in, to try and get around those higher strength ice.
Yeah, and Carpe Diem, Mark was on HQ, Tuno decided not to run. So Charlotte was popped and a new card was jammed, so maybe an agenda. Strange that we are jamming behind a single ice, seems risky.
Tuno doesn't have a lot of ways to break ice, for what it's worth, so on remotes, I think Tuno's only tool is getting past ice with that Malandragam, and I think that's it. I'm looking at the list really quickly. There's 2 laser pointers as another way of getting through. But any Boto, for example, would probably keep the Corp out for a while. For now, Marcus on HQ, and so Tuno decides to jump in on that Bravado, bypass the first eyes with the Malandragam, force a res, and probably bypass the Cloud Eater with this backstitching, although I think it would still trigger the... it might not actually trigger the effect. It ends up triggering the effect. 3 damage come in.
It does. Whenever an encounter with his eyes end, it does trigger when you bypass it. Yeah, and suffering 3 net damage.
Although hitting 2 steel skin scarring, so not the worst.
Indeed. And losing also a maintenance access. And now we're in HQ. We're gonna see 2 cards, end of the line, which with Cup, and we access Bite. More net damage. We're losing Laser Potter and 2 transfer. Only
with
1
the
card.
End of line on Capellation, Tuno is fairly safe from damage combos that Pathesius might end up lining up in the future. Although the tag is definitely annoying. Losing all these cards to damage is not the best. Second class act comes down to help the Corp refill the hand, and a second Charlotte trying to bait the runner into running that remote ends up being the advanced card in the server.
Yeah, nice bluff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even with the end of the line on competition, you still cannot float tag safely because there's also Unleash, I think, in the deck.
Yes. It won't be lethal, but it will definitely be annoying for the runner.
Okay, Spin Doctor raised on server 3, so we still don't know what server 2 is. What is your thinking?
At this point, I would assume that to be either another bite or maybe an Esca or something.
Yeah. Corp
Or
keeps
indifferent
drawing.
decides.
Seems like we're maybe a bit floated and we are looking to discard some agendas, maybe.
HQ is quite safe right now. Tuno doesn't have a great way to get past that Cloud Eater for now,
Yeah, we
but it looks like, yeah,
keep
just
drawing and discarding 3 cards from HQ. Back to Tuno, only on 6 credits. Run the
forces the
spin.
spin right away.
Yeah. Spin shuffles 2 unseen card back into R&D. Tuno draws and install daily cast and backstitching. Another way to get in central servers.
Backstitching feels pretty key in this matchup for Tuno, especially early on. We'll see if and how that ends up being used. For now, another ice and another card in server 1. This time around, I don't expect that to be a third Charla. That would be
Yeah.
a bit of a aggressive bait again.
Yeah, on 26 credits, Corp can jump comfortably beyond 2 ice. Tuno draws with class act filtering.
Markers on HQ, which would allow Tuno to get into that server for now, but instead decides to ran the Estebrado into R&D.
Oh, no res from the Corp.
And it's not the server from Melius either, so Tuno gets 4 accesses for free here. Does not find an agenda though.
Yeah, no luck. And yeah, Melius was on archives.
That has to tell you something, right? That has to tell you that archives might be holding some agendas, especially with how the deck is constructed and how it wants to score out using the Genesis.
Could be a Regenesis push.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it, yeah.
Looks like it, yeah.
Oh, that's for Sisyphus. That's nasty. But R&D Ice is bounced back by Hermes. Probably going to fix that right away. We have 1 click left.
Sisyphus is quite important in this matchup, especially. It works particularly well into bypass because it forces the runner to interface into the ice again, and that might start consuming the tools that Tuno has at its disposal to get past the ice. We'll see if and how this ends up being solved on the runner's side.
And Proteus choosing to jam in server 1 instead of icing R&D because the next 3 cards are known and safe, I think.
Yeah, no reason to risk the R&D, but for use the ice and R&D. But for now, Tuno decides to install a Pretty Mary and run R&D again for 2 extra cards.
And spending the drone counters. So we are going to see past the R&D lock, Proteus. A bit surprised.
Finds her Genesis.
Yeah, and we are bouncing the archives ice.
Server ends up being empty.
Yeah, maybe we were afraid that it was another Regenesis push.
Definitely looked like it. We'll see what Corp decided to push instead. Tuno opting to, hoping to thwart the Regenesis push instead of bouncing the possible agenda in server 1, and now using the pinhole to make sure that the Corp cannot at least advance safely. That agenda has to show that it's an advanceable card.
And Maybe there was an agenda in archive because it was Mediasi was on R&D. Oh, but maybe Proteus didn't use it. I'm not sure.
It wasn't R&D, but yeah, knowing that the top of R&D was safe, I think Partisius
Yeah.
decided not to trash a top card, which makes absolute sense.
So now we're on thread 4, which means Malandro again can bypass any ice once. Only on 4 credits, but it's a cheap rig, doesn't need much money to make runs.
Absolutely, yeah. And with that daily cast and Mystic Mamie, it will have enough money to play some of the events, and hopefully, if it wants to run some of the servers for now, Partisius on a bit of a pickle. 24 credits is a lot, but the bypass is quite a strong effect, and he has to advance this possible agenda if it is, and show his hand to Tuno in a way that sounds quite uncomfortable for this kind of DSU corp. All the Lacostas are in archives right now.
Yeah, yep. Oh, I don't have Cyber Feeder activated. Let's fix that quickly.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, that's not like that.
It's alt-click.
Yeah. And that works. Nice.
Very nice. Third Ice comes down server 1, and Partisius advances this card in server 1, calling out the possible way of winning for 3 points. So we need more than that to win, but that looks like definitely an agenda that he wants out of the server and into the score area as soon as possible.
Hello, Fixby. Salut. Yeah, we are threatening to win with a 5-3, a Fuji.
Not exactly, because Corp is only on 3.
Oh yeah,
points.
right, of course.
Tuno has time here, sets up another backstitching, and Tisius does not wait a second and scores that Fuji, gets a nice bounce from server 1. But he really needed that point out of the server for now. R&D slowly tricking up. We'll see if Tuno decides to run it again. The drones are off, so we don't have that big of a dig as the last time.
Yeah, no drone counters anymore. And I haven't followed how much cards are known, but I think there are still at least 3 cards safe, so something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last dig was pretty deep. And we are jamming again, installing a third ice. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's been a while since Tuno made any run on the remote.
We don't have a lot of information. Tuno decides to run the Esterbird on R&D. Trying to get some points here and hopefully rely on Hermes to save this game. And finds the Fuji on the 3rd card and wins the game.
Yeah, so I was wrong. R&D wasn't locked anymore.
It had been a couple of turns, so R&D might have been fresher than we thought.
Regen in remote.
With the game in the remote, the single Regenesis is there.
Yeah, well played by Tuno and boss player. Nice game, quick one.
Yep. Quick one, well fought on both sides. It ends up being quick games with Mercury most of the times.
Yeah, indeed. Let's see. Can probably jump into another one.
Absolutely. Looks like we have most of the games still going. What speaks to you?
Let's see. Maybe we can check the NBN deck.
Absolutely. I'll jump into table 5.
Do we still have to ask because it's a top cut?
No, I mean it's just courtesy for the players.
Okay. What was in server 2? No, I think we never saw what was in server 2, so it was probably a bite or SK.
Players are happy to be on stream.
Let's go.
It won't be a long one either this time around. We have a 6 points on the corp side against, sorry, on the runner side against 5 for the corp side. Nebula is flipped, but we have gone through 2 petty cash and looks like 2 Kakurambas. At least one is removed and the other one is in archives.
Very
Not a lot of
very lean rig from the runner, only Maro, Ghostong, and 2 Botulus installed.
Yep. Not a lot of ways for Petersilia to get through the ice that Generator has installed. We'll see if Z finds a way with more breakers or more Botulus to get through some of this. 12 cards in R&D is not a lot to play from.
Yeah. Nebula is flipped.
The potential for a fast advance is always there. For now, Generator clicking for more credits with that YDL, getting a click back with Nebula, and jamming something in server 5. Possibly another Spin Doctor, the third one, or let's see, let's take a look at the list and see if there's anything particular that could be installed here. There are no traps, so I would assume the last Spin Doctor to be the card on the board.
And the third Botulus is installed on HQ. We are checking. Oh, no. Undo click. Running HQ.
Wrong server getting getting clicked here. Running HQ. 3 cards in HQ, no multi-access, but if there's an agenda, Petersilia has a chance of finding it.
And we are also trying to flip back Nebula, I suppose.
That's definitely going to be helpful, yeah. I'm assuming the advancement got put there with a Stoke the Ember, which means that ice might not be necessarily a Mesnicheso. We'll see if that was a bit of a cheeky misdirection for the Corp here or not. 7 credits also not very much, so we'll see if the Corp decides to res that ice or hold on to their credits, and that's exactly what ends up happening.
No res from the first ice, so easy. Oh, we are popping the spin, so server 5 is another spin, maybe.
Nothing in the list could reliably be anything else other than a losing agenda. I think that you would have to really strongly push here. So yeah, Spin Doctor gets rezzed. Oh, and the runner finds the last points and closes out the game.
Yeah. Well played by Petersilia. Generator
Quite the fast one for us here as well.
was the one who was playing the Magdalene combo deck with Running Hot, I think, recently. We'll check it. We'll see that. What's left?
We're only left with Jinteki decks. 3 of them are Melius and 1 of them is an AUCO.
Let's check game 8, maybe.
Sounds good.
That's Melius U against Slat, Lia Dahlia, who's playing a Catboilat list.
It looks like, yeah, we have an okay from both players. It is what looks like, yeah, an Audrey list. Let me open the deck list, but yeah, we have Strike Funds in the bin. We definitely have 1 Audrey, so yeah, the deck for the combo PDs here. And on the other hand, it looks like a horizontal Melius here with FUTs and cohorts and front companies.
Yeah, we have a front company raised.
Mm-hmm.
All the centrals are iced. Oh yeah, we're playing Hostile and Fat and Prana Condenser. Nice. It's been a while since I've seen this card in play.
Doesn't synergize all that well with AUCO, where you really want the damage because you want to trigger the AD. But in Melisu, you're very happy to take the damage, to prevent the damage and get the money from the card.
Yeah, so that's must be a very rich deck because Melisu is often quite rich.
Absolutely.
Being able to recur this Hedge Fund and Hanse Review. Corpse now on 16 credits. And Runner on 9.
2 clicks after Leah, who would have to run a central server and then a remote server if she wants to contest any of the server that Council put down.
And with a propeller, revolver, and pelangi, can get in any server easily because there are only one ice on each.
Mm-hmm.
We will even have a simul chip. Could be useful. Oh, we have lost a deep dive. But only 3 points to 0, so maybe we have some time still to... This game is not
looks
gonna
like
end too
a
quickly.
longer game.
Oh, Hannah.
Hannah coming down, quite important. The ice department on this corporation, by the way, is 3 Attini, 3 Botos, 3 Empiricist, and 1 Cloud Eater. We don't see a lot of it res, but all of them are very big hits.
Yeah, we don't have the EMEA to install Audrey. Maybe it's not a game for Audrey. We have to renounce this Azimat. Corps scores a Regenesis with a Sisyphus. Nice. Now 3 points each.
Yes, it was going to be very important for the Corp here to make all these server even more expensive. Leah has to fight through any of the ice before she can even think of contesting the remotes. And she will probably have to go through most of the ice at least twice every turn.
Proteus is watching back the previous game and is mentioning that SK is also a attack punishment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's not proactive attack punishment, but definitely some form of attack punishment.
Yeah. Leah draws up. Seems we've been happy to let Melias you gain a credit pattern. Doesn't look like Centros have been contested much.
Yeah, it feels like Leah's just setting up, happy to have found that Fuji early on, and she might just decide to set up for a possible dive. She's on 2 dives, so the first one is gone, but the second can still find enough points to win the game.
Yeah, installing Fermenter, we are taking our time. This Hannah indeed is telling us that she's preparing for a dive. Raising a bladderwort? Oh yeah, forgot to raise.
Looks like raise it just in time to get the credit. Now 3 cards in hand, 15 credit. So I should use the core to trash 1 card to draw 1 card. This horizontal Melius Hue, not as explosive as a Yuko when you let them have the cohort, but definitely don't have the same kind of economy struggles that a Yuko can go through. For now, another card in Service 7, another card in a different remote. No reses, so we don't see another FUT joining the board.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Leah decides to fight through these, access some of the cards or not.
Yeah, it looks like an Yuko board, somehow.
Absolutely. All the usual suspects. We're only missing the damage clone we used to see, but everything else is definitely there, representing the horizontal Jinteki builds.
At Akizaino, sitting on a comfortable 17 credits.
On the other hand, you have to feel like that Azimuth from Leah was optimistic, or it hasn't been paying off much recently.
Yeah.
Those 2 credits have not been taken off the Azimuth for a long time. We'll see if she decides to over-install that one with other ways to break ice or from other actions, or if she wants to stick with it and try to like squeeze a little bit of value in the next few turns. But yeah, she laments a tough board, which is very fair.
Yeah, Leah draws up. We're still missing a decoder, even though with 1 Pelangi and 2 simul chips, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But this Sisyphus is gonna make diving much harder, I guess.
Yeah, diving is extremely hard here, especially because the front company will hit you the first time you run archives this turn. Now, Leah can challenge it and fight and crash it before that happens using Hannah and still manage to run for a deep dive. But it will be extremely expensive considering that the Meliasu here can res some really nasty eyes.
Yeah, but we now have Airblade, so we can tank the net damage on archives and protect the deep dive in hand. And we've popped the fermenter.
Pop the fermenter for just 4 credits. Very interesting.
Yeah. So maybe she's
Definitely
planning
looking
on diving next turn.
Possibly, yeah. Definitely looking like the last setup turn necessary before jumping into the central server.
And
Card gets advanced by
yeah,
cohort.
indeed.
What do you think that could be?
I have no idea. I guess an agenda.
Possibly an agenda that would make sense to me as well. It looks like Regenesis, Longevity, and Hybrid Release are all the ones that the core player here could score out in a single turn now. And resing a
Ooh.
red room.
It was a longevity. And we now have a red room installed on archives. So that's good protection against deep dive. We can answer run on any server, on any other server, not archives.
The lines to get into these centrals and fire off the deep dives are getting more and more complicated by the turn.
Yeah.
Red Room making sure that Leah kind of has to run archives first, but then Front Company punishing the runner from doing that and so consuming some of those Airblade counters. Both players are posturing here, installing more and more cards that try to stop each other from winning. And we'll see if that deep dive ends up coming down on time or not.
And we are overclocking archives, so looks like we are trying maybe to dive this turn. We'll see. Empiricist rest. We can break that with Revolver.
Yeah, 4 credits from Revolver, 3 of the bullets, although I might decide to just let some of these subroutines fire. The first one is fairly innocuous if you don't care about the very top card of R&D.
Yeah, but we are fully breaking it.
We have symbol chips for days to reset Revolver anyway,
Yeah.
to be fair.
So what was Amelia's choice?
About to see. You were absolutely right about the Airblades tanking the damage from Front Company, by the way. So great call on that one.
That's what happened indeed.
Any coalescence in the heap is the question. No coalescence in the heap for now.
I have the same issue as Jai had yesterday. My YouTube chat is translating the message. It's quite funny, a bit annoying, but sometimes funny.
Looks like Disposal Ground was the choice from the core player here, so they'll get to see the top card of R&D and decide what to do with it.
Yeah. Archives well called indeed.
Looks like we're not trashing the card, so
yeah, we are
gets to
keeping the top of R&D safe.
Absolutely, yeah, and trashing the red room. Going down to 4 credits, let's see if and how Leah managed to get into the other servers. Not a lot of credits at her disposal, although I think she might still have a few more overclocks. There's one more overclock to be used in this scenario.
Could be quite useful. And you still need 2 credits to play the deep dive, so that doesn't leave much to break those 2 eyes.
Yeah, credits are looking very tight in this situation. The Sisyphus was used, by the way, to make sure that Leah had to break the Empiricist twice.
And the judge OF15 coming to a 1 player to be mindful of the time. We have what? Less than 10 minutes left? 8? 6? I'm not sure.
Looks like we have about 8 minutes left
Yeah.
in the round, judging by the round end timer at the top left hand of the corner. For now, another Empiricist gets res on HQ. This will probably force Leah to use one of the symbol chips to get back her revolver.
Oh yeah, because we had to empty it because of Sisyphus, of course, I missed that.
Exactly.
That's gonna cost us our last credits.
4 more credits are definitely going to be annoying. She might decide to just tank the damage and play the odds game and hope that the deep dive stays in hand. There isn't any eyes that Council could res here on R&D
We
to
are
stop her
using
from running.
symbol chip, trashing the propeller and not the revolver for another propeller. Oh. So we are
Deciding
using Pelangi and propeller.
Yeah.
But we cannot use revolver anymore because we haven't trashed it. Or we can still throw it at the corp, but we have to boost it first. So
Yeah, there's one more subroutine the Revel could break, but with only 2 credits, there's no ice in the corpse deck that could get rezzed.
Oh yeah.
To stop the run. There's no Tatubola in the list.
So it looks like we are getting credit perfect for this deep dive.
Looks exactly the same to me. Run R&D.
So we know top of R&D is safe.
We'll see if Wheels gets popped. Wheels gets popped, and there are 2 agendas. One of them is Argentina, the other one is a Fuji. It's exactly 7 points, and Leah Dahlia wins the game. Off of that, well played.
Well played.
What a final turn.
35th, which said, yeah, they could have let the tag plus sub fire and protect the deep dive with their blade. So that's 34 witches as incremented somehow. Yeah, Pelangi propeller works well. Yeah, good catch.
Looks like a Sisyphus is in hand as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, missed that one on the HQ run, but it looked like a very good game. 5-7, very close. Leah manages to find the exact line to get into the 3 centrals. Credit perfect to steal the last 2 agendas with deep dive.
Yeah.
Very, very well played.
Nice one. Credit perfect. Yeah.
Looks like we only have 5 minutes left in the round, and what looks like just one more game going in. I don't know if you want to jump in, see how that one's ending up.
Let's go. So Waterman Appliance, who made top of Swiss, got a really great bet. Just for the finish. Rotom wins it. Oh, 7-0 with Musliat.
Musliat taking the win here using a combination of Leech, Touchstone, and a lot of other drip economy with that Waking Plant to just pressure the centrals from the Melius-U. And Ruben Peters could not line up enough of a economy to win the game. Although credit perfect once again for Rodham here as well. So looks like all of the games ended up being extremely close for most of the players in the top cut.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Red Cream are back. It looks like Jai won the APAC Showdown with a Musliat Red Cream too.
Some people might claim they never left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we have a fairly split results with a few more runners wins than Corp. We have 2 Corp wins. I'll take that back. We have a lot more runner wins. We have 6 runner wins and 2 Corp wins in our first round here. Just missing a few reports from the players, but we've seen all 3 games missing end up on the runner favor.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we want to take a look at some decks maybe while we are waiting for the last results?
Sure thing.
Yeah, we cannot see. We can only see the deck that were played. Or we can check the brackets too. Yeah, we have a top 16 today. We have a long day of Netrunner.
Yeah,
By the way,
Netrunner going on.
we are streaming only the third free round on this channel, and then we'll after the lunch break we'll pass it back to Jai.
Looks like we have most of the results in. We'll have Tuna going and playing on against Rotom Appliance. Both ended up running, so it'll be a coin flip on which sides that end up being played. Next match is Sleeper playing against Lovelace. Both ended up winning on Corp side instead, so the only two Corp that managed to snatch the win there. And they'll also have another coin flip on that side. Petersil is going to face up against Chunky Seal, and 34 Witches is going to play Leah. Well, on the loser brackets, we have Protheseus or Protheseus. I'm not exactly sure who's going to have to face off against Ruben Peters. At least he's going to play J Foley. And we have Virtue waiting for Genonator and back at that band playing against Council.
Yeah, Ruben Peters who squeezed into the top cut thanks to a drop. Ended up on 17th place.
All Shaper and Krim on the top side, and a lot of Anarch on the chase bracket for now. Both Nubum players, sorry, Nebula players is what I meant, are playing currently. We have a couple more MediaSU, a couple of PDs, and an AWP.
Another combo PD. So we have the two, yeah, it seems almost the same decks. Two combo PD. Tuno's Ob. We already seen Tuno, but maybe EMEA Showdown winner. It's quite a deck name.
Yeah, very confident going into this one. I'm happy to jump into that game, or I am fine looking at different players.
Yeah, I'm curious to see this one.
Sounds good.
Yeah, game 13. And yeah, against Rotom Appliance mostly hat, it's gonna be a tough one.
Sounds like we have a go-ahead from both players as they are taking mulligans.
Let's go. So Tuno mulligan.
Let's see what Rotom decides to do.
Oops. So yeah, Tuno on Fat. Managarm. One Angelic too. 3 measured.
Single Monogram, double Mavarus is quite interesting. Single Arm Dasa Protection. This feels like a very Tuno-esque deck. This kind of horizontal asset and fast advance lists. 3 Slash and Burns, 3 Azef, 1 Buff the Law, no 5/3s to speak of.
2
And looks like
Anvil.
we're off.
Playing Anvil, that's fun too. Okay, so Tuno plays Hedge Fund and Protect HQ and jam a card in server 1. Mostly at whiffs, first trigger. Plays Carpe Diem.
For Carpe Diem.
No luck on the R&D access. Draws and plays Gamble. Is a wall to wall. We are advancing this. Ice wall to wall notably can place an advancement counter on any ice. It doesn't have to be advanced, so it could be anything.
There's no hearts and minds in Tuno's list. No tricks to be played with that advancement, but Yeah, that ice does not have to be an advanceable ice.
Is there any advanceable ice, by the way? Are we on Lock Gem or anything?
I don't believe so. No,
No.
none of the ice in Tunos is advanceable.
So this advancement is just for fun.
Correct.
Yeah, Rotom playing Bayabans to take care of this wall-to-wall. We are drawing 2 cards and placing 4 credits on the Bayabans to pay for the trash cost. To get rid of this wall-to-wall. Both players have good economic start, already on 10 and 13 credits. And
Revolver jumps in as well as Touchstone. Fortunately, getting installed after the event, so not getting the credit for now.
yeah, probably was drawn by Bayabans.
Makes absolute sense.
Spin raised. And a new remote, 2 new remote, 1 iced. And
Just setting up more and more. No res, so that probably isn't a foot, but we have a lot of different things it could be. So
another
a
whiff.
lot of guessing on Rotom sides.
Another mostly hat whiff. Did it whiff on turn 2 also? I don't know. Yeah, that's. Oh no, we reveal the transfer on turn
We
2.
show the transfer, yeah, so
Yeah.
it looks like Rotom 1 for 3 for now on
Yeah.
that mostly a trigger.
Draws up. Yeah, you have to draw up when mostly hat whiff if you don't want to see the same card the next turn, which is
You definitely have to, yeah.
plays Leech.
For now, Leech into clean getaway, getting a credit back on the touchdown and accessing cards, getting a Leech counter as well, so maximum efficiency, and finding a green mail. So honestly, could not have asked for a better turn other than maybe an extra point on that agenda, but Bruno has to be quite happy with that one.
Yeah, 2 Tuno draws and install 2 new servers. No res, we have no idea what these are. And notably Touchstone has stealth credit, but this deck has no stealth synergy. It's just used as a prepaid voice pad, just some money for all the events you're playing, because you're mostly hat.
It's extra credits for running, trashing stuff. Every time you run, you're happy to use those. No reason to hold them back. For now, Rotom revealing another transfer of wealth, getting it into hand. So that Ice on HQ better hold, or Tuno risks losing a lot of money and giving a lot more back to Rotom as well.
Yeah. Gamble, check server 5. Hostile raised on server 3. It's an until in server 5. Does Rotom wants to get rid of it? Yeah, we are trashing until and taking 2 net damage, 2 mid damage, losing Carpe Diem and one of the 2 transfer of wealth we have in them. Checking server 6 now.
Pops the Spin Doctor, reses the second one. Actually, not pops, but like just opts to let the other one trash. Reses the second one and shuffles it back with the hedge fund.
Yeah, checking
Last server gets checked.
Yeah, it's a powers that be. And it's getting trashed. Rotom trying to control the board. Yeah. And once hostile is only once per turn, so once you have taken the 2 damage, you want to get rid as much cards as possible. Mustiat reveals Bayaband now.
All the remotes are ice now for Tuno, so no more trashing spree for Rotom, who probably will want to trash the hostile architecture before he goes for more of asset deletion.
Yeah.
6 cards and 2 credits to play, and opts to just run a Bayabans on archives for the value.
Getting a Leech counter, draws up with Baya, and probably installing a card. We are looking to install our rig, I think, at least. No, just class act, still digging. We are probably looking for a fractor or decoder to be able to play this transfer of wealth.
For now, clean getaway to get it out of the hand, get some more value out of it, and Tuno reses regulate and clicks it 3 times, bouncing back in credits and getting set up for a possible trash, triggering up and finding what might be the FUT starts dealing damage to Rotom.
Yeah, we can up next turn. We didn't have many up triggers. Did we have any? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I don't believe so. No, Rotom quite happy policing the board, and so none of the assets that would normally trash themselves have been able to trigger all the way to the end.
Yeah, and Muslihat reveals Echelon, so we already have Revolver, no, not very useful. So Rotom install Kurupira and then Wake, losing a second Revolver from the mid damage. We are getting ready to pressure HQ. Are we trying to... Oh yeah, we are bravadoing HQ. Interesting, like this play.
4 credits to break stuff, but 3 leech counters to help. There's not a lot that Tuna could res here that would stop completely Rotom.
Afshar
So
could.
just a single
I think
flywheel.
the risk was an Afshar on HQ, but it's a flywheel.
I don't believe there's any Afshar in the list.
Oh,
The only
okay.
code gate in the list for Tuna are 2 anvils.
Okay.
So, or in a single white space, that would have done it.
Yeah. But we are breaking this flywheel, not letting the corp draws or gain credits using 2 leech counters. We are loading up Wake. And we know that we'll be able to easily transfer the corp if Tuno doesn't ice up HQ more. Oh, but we are
Player. Yep.
an upgrade on HQ, probably.
We've seen the Managram access last turn, so you would expect something similar to be on HQ for now. And Tuna installing and resing the Fat with Ob, threatening any damage would Rotom touch any of the agendas. So damage for thrashing and damage for stealing. Rotom cannot escape some of the punishment that Tuna has set up on the board.
Yeah. Tuno have several ways to fast advance. There's Green Mail, there's Slash and Burn. Is Tuno on flagship?
Let me check. I don't believe so. No, the upgrade department is only 1 Angelique, 1 Mavirus, 1 Monogram, and 2 Mavirus. So quite slim on that one. No flagship to be available for Tuna.
Yeah, so probably a Managram. Or bluffing a Managram.
Yeah, absolutely. For now, Bravado on R&D. I'm not afraid to challenge this server. No code gate has been res yet, but no way to break them either. Although Anvil, you might not be able to break it anyway. Tuna thinking on the res here.
Yeah, Rotom's starting to have a good board. Oh, Stavka is raised.
Stavka gets res. It doesn't get... The effect doesn't get triggered, so no Ob effect right for now. Rotom decides to just use the leech, power down the Stavka, and break it with Revolver. Accessing, we'll see if 1 or 2 card using the Wake.
And I think Tuno is not on half front, but there's no 3 counters raised anyway, so couldn't have.
Correct.
Yeah. And Rotom uses the Wake implant to see. Does he?
No, it decides not to use it to access 0 additional cards, and for now, just letting Tuno's R&D be as is.
Install Echelon now that we are close to running out of bullets. And yeah, if we maybe don't need a decoder, we have enough money to go through a white space. And yeah, we are fast advancing.
There's a lot of damage coming out of that server. 2 damage from the Azov. It looks like 2 damage again from the FUT and an install from Ob. We are leaving the Slash and Burn in the archives for now because it's 2 damage to steal it as well. So Tuno setting up quite a net of nasty things on the board.
Yeah, we didn't have any 1 coaster to trash to get a spin to protect the agenda, so we are risking it. But indeed, Fat is protecting. That was a 4 damage. What did
2 damage from Aziaf and 2 damage from Fat. It's a total of 4 damage that Rotom had to suffer last turn.
Oh, we lost the transfer of Wells, Carpe Diem, Reprise, and Jailbreak.
Rotom in a bit of pickle here. He would love to get rid of the hostile architecture and then go on a trashing spree, removing everything else. but it's not as easy as it sounds. No way to get past that ice for now. Tuna
Yeah,
on 2 hostile architectures and a single FUT to speak of.
and we are getting this with losing our last 2 cards. We've installed a class act, so drawing back up to 4.
Wonderful play on Rodom's
yeah.
part.
So 3 points to 2. Back to Tuno, who draws.
Tuna set up quite the hard board to remove, but the plan of fast advancing isn't as easy as it sounds. Slash and burns are the only way that Tuno has to get 3 X agendas out of the hand and in the board. Sorry, in the score area. And that always leaves some points for Rodom to access.
Mostly at whiffs. We are probably going to want to get rid of this until. We don't want to let it trigger, probably.
Although it would be more damage, so I'm
Yeah.
sure Rodom wants to remove the hostile and potentially even the FUT as well if he goes for that. Money is there-ish. We'll see what Rodom can find to convert the Mystic credits into actual credits.
Now we're leaving it. But we are moneying up with a big Shogun Ball. That's 7 credits Shogun Ball. Feels pretty nice. And charging the twinning.
Setting up a twinning plus wake Death Laser on R&D to find more points. That's also a way that Rodom could use to just get out of this game, is accessing enough points in R&D in a single swoop, only triggering FUT the first time. Asteroid is the ice choice for Tuno after popping the anti-excavation contract.
Yeah. And yet 2 more damage. We are losing Hermes and Lilo.
No, Lilo.
Musliat reveals clean getaway. We can use it to money up and charge the twinning with Mystic maybe.
That's what Rodom decides to do. Getting cards in hand is always the hard part for these kind of criminal decks that love to draw a single card each turn. There is no Nuka in the deck, so the chip damage is quite annoying. It always takes several clicks to draw back up unless you use another class act, and Rodom has gone through 3 already.
Yeah, indeed, that's the third one. And we have Lilo to draw, but we lost it. Bayabans. The third Bayabans would be pretty useful on this board state, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
And we are going after the fat. Breaking Tithe with Revolver and getting rid of it. Hostile crashes Clean Gateway and Mamie.
You have to expect your Rodom is probably going to challenge either the hostile or R&D here.
Yeah.
3 extra cards to access on centrals is quite good, although you need to find 4 points to win. The other option is trying to challenge the hostile architecture, but it might just put you down too low on credits to then challenge the board in the following turn, opening up a window for Tuna. Yeah, but I'm opting up to draw instead.
Proteseus calling that runner stack is getting thin, only 9 cards left.
Absolutely. For now, Pinel gets rid of the architecture without having to go through the ice, so 8 credits still left in Rodom's bank, enough to potentially run some of the servers, either R&D if necessary, or if desired instead.
Yeah, and Touchstone used to pay for the hostile trash. And immediately jamming back two more cards in server 3 and icing it up more on 23 credits.
That could be the Managram if Tuno bluffed it on HQ earlier, or could be an Angelique or a Mavirus. Regardless, there's probably some amount of damage coming into that server, and we have no idea what's installed. It could be another hostile architecture, it could be the last anti excavation contract, or could be the winning agenda, or actually not winning agenda, but like another agenda.
Yeah,
Rotom,
I'd say I think Chuno is probably jamming an agenda because Rotom's board is getting quite frightening, and you still have 2 agendas to score.
yeah, the really hard part for Rotom here is that we haven't installed the single Chesva that the deck has. We haven't found it yet. And that's your way of keeping the twinning happy and keep it charging in the later stages of the game.
Yeah, but
Especially because the Handhill is going to slowly chip at Rotom's board if he has to go through it multiple times.
yeah, we are out of EMEA because we haven't installed the console yet. We lost 1 Hermes. But yeah, this revolver is empty, but you might want to keep it to trash it to Anvil. No action.
It's also keeping the Echelon at 3 strength for a possible HQ run through that flywheel rather. It looks like we are playing a Bravado on R&D. We might be cashing into those Wake and Twinning counters now that FUT is not on the board.
Yeah.
Guess there's a need break.
We mostly had revealed the third transfer at the beginning of the turn, but we are not playing it. Oh, white space.
Fortunately, finding one ice in the list that cannot get passed by this setup.
Yeah. A bit short to go through this white space. Have we found our decoder yet?
Looks like we haven't, or for at least it's not on the board for now. Tuno using a slash and burn to fast advance, to just never advance that Let Them Dream and put the slash and burn back at the bottom of R&D, so putting it safe. Tuna on 5, potentially threatening a fast advance next turn if it finds the last slash and burn in the deck.
Yeah, but you'd need two agendas in hand to fast advance.
Absolutely.
And you have only 3 cards, so that do we have to run HQ? We can sweep it easily. We have twinning counters to more than we need, and that charges the Wake too.
That's true. Having to go through what looks like a managram is still quite annoying for Rotom. 5 credits is half of his credit total or more actually, and 2 clicks can be quite important here if Rotom wants to find a way to steal points. But we'll see what he ends up deciding to do. A decoder would open up the way through R&D.
Yeah, and he's also holding the third transfer.
Third transfer, not a bad shout here, would definitely pay off, although it would cost you most of your turn, because you would probably have to then remove the tag in order to keep the twinning around.
Yeah, but maybe you can afford to pay for the Managram, the 5 credits instead of paying the 2 clicks.
Very true, but that would not get you past the white space at that point instead. So.
Yeah, true.
Rotom, many options to consider here. All of them very interesting. I'm sure there's a line that Rotom would love to find here, and looks like Pinel is the first thing to do. It might just find its way into that upgrade on HQ. Looks like, yeah, exactly deciding to trash the monogram which we called earlier.
Protesis was calling for Angelic, but our monogram, and it was indeed the monogram that we assumed it was. Yeah, getting rid of it with Pinhole, that helps a lot.
Yeah, it feels like transfer into HQ, into run R&D, and just walk through the white space by tanking the 3 credit loss could be a play, and looks like Rotom is launching at least the first step of this one.
Yeah, so are we breaking this flywheel? Yeah, we are, using Lich counters to... we are breaking it with Revolver.
Paying the least amount of credit possible, so just using the Revolver to break through the flywheel.
Just to save 1 credit.
Yeah, exactly. Accessing 3 finds a regulate mining license first, has to choose whether to trash it or not, finds a measure response next.
Yeah, you cannot let the corp keep that. And another...
Something we haven't talked about at all during this game, but yeah, Tuno is on 3 copies of measure response, and so threat 5 was just achieved, and now Rotom would have to play around that one for sure. The sweep on HQ, finding 2 copies of it, means that the kill looks quite a lot harder for now.
But now we're too poor to run a R&D, only on 6 credits left. We need to money up or to find a decoder. But getting rid of 2 measured must feel pretty good. We can draw and clear tag and we are safe from the third one.
Yeah, exactly. No recursion on the board for Tuno for now. 2 more spin doctors left in the board. It's exactly the line you suggested Rotom takes after drawing and removing the tag.
Yeah, and server 3, we know it's an upgrade. Could be, yeah, it's either Marvelous or Angelic.
Tuna opting to just draw and play the measure, trying to hit the cards from hand, removing options for Rotom. Finds the first copy of Shibboleth.
There's 2?
I believe there's a second one.
So the second one is in the last 4 cards?
Correct.
But yeah.
Mostly at fails to find an interesting card for Rotom here, who clicks first to draw. Doesn't have a lot of options here, although just installing the Shibboleth gets you into R&D.
Yeah, I think we have just enough credits to get there.
So if the server 3 upgrade is a virus, Tuno could install a second copy of Casseroid on R&D to make the run too expensive for Rotom, even if he finds a Shibboleth, which doesn't look like he has.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Instantly running R&D, no action on Tuno's side. Breaking the Casseroid with 2 credits on Kurapira and then getting through the white space with just single credit, letting it lose 3 fire.
Credit perfect.
No credits to lose anyway, and accessing what looks like 5 cards on R&D.
Yeah. Oh, that was a spin in the remote.
Green Doctor gets res, so no threat on Tuno's side from the board. It might be able to still fast advance from hand.
It shuffles back 2 measured response.
Very
Rotom on 0 credits and 1 card in hand. Cannot trash.
Virus first.
Yeah, and I think you don't trash the Marvelous. Yeah, just leave it there. Steals an asset and a slash.
And finds 4 points.
Woo! Well played. That was close.
Yeah, what a dig. R&D ends up being quite thin for Tuno as well. Rotom going all the way to 2 cards in stack and 1 in hand. No way to survive a measure response next turn, but gets the cards, gets the points at the end.
Yeah, what a game, says SSG Speed Racer, indeed. And we have yet another game that finished credits and click perfect with a big R&D dig. Last time it was.
Yep, all of these games have been extremely tight, extremely close, and end up being won on a knife's edge.
Yeah, Nail Biter is Automa playing this calling.
Quite a good descriptor.
Still have 15 minutes in the roundabout. Let's see what games are still going on.
We could jump into some of the lower bracket games just to catch a few players before they get knocked out of the top cut. Looks like all the games in the loser bracket are still going on, or most of them at least.
So
pick one.
Game 10?
Game 10 sounds good. Jay Foley against Atlisi.
Atlisi, who recently won the Belgian Mega City.
Just asking for permission from the players. Looks like the game is quite close as well over here. We have the go ahead, so happy to jump in. We are 6 points to 4, 1 tag floating and a single credit on the runner side. 6 cards in hand, 2 clicks for the Corp, who has spent their first click to play a top-down solutions. Looks like a kind of fast advancey Nebula. We have a lot of Vladisibus grid in the archives right now, and a grubber on the remote.
So predictive probably for both effects, maybe, since the runner is tagged. Yeah, that's what we're going for. Drawing deep.
Absolutely.
Only 4 cards left on R&D.
No multi-action to speak of for the runner, so no way to get to see most of them, no way to ensure a win here. Although a single card would do it.
And Jeff Foley plays business as usual. Advance the card in server 3. Oh, and clears the Botulus.
Clears the bottom, so no way to get through that grubber for cheap next turn. We'll have to at least pay 3, and the runner does not have a lot of credits to play from here.
Yeah. Cookbook.
Installs a cookbook. Finds a chisel on the white space that will kill it. For now, you have to tank the lose one on the rhyme and then remove the white space from the board with that chisel.
Yeah, rhyme.
And finds an embedded reporting to close out the game.
It was fun interaction because rhyme boosts the white space strength to 1, but with cookbook you can still you get a bonus counter, so you can still chisel it. That was fun.
You can still find a way through that one. Interesting install on the runner side there. Looks like game closed out quite quickly after that.
So let's check table 11, another NBN.
Sounds good. I jump in Nask real quick. We have an equally close position as well. Both players okay to be on stream. We have a 5 points against 6, currently 1 point ahead. A Boomy, a ton of res eyes on centrals, but Nebula is still on the face up. And 6 core damage, 2 hand size, and no cards in the stack for the runner.
Yeah, runner on his last 2 cards. But quite the board state too. Nassan must have done some work digging through all those cards.
There's 2 cards left in R&D. If Virtue can find a way to sabotage slightly more, there's a chance that Generator has to deck out. No way to break. Oh, never mind. There's an die. So enough breakers to get through any ice except for the sentries. So the F2Ps have to be paid through with their ability. Looks like we jumped into a very, very pivotal point of the game.
Yeah, both players only on 2 credits. And Janonator clicks for 3 credits and pass it back to the runner. And Nebula is not flipped. We are still making stars.
Like the Generator decided opting to pass the turn back with just 3 credits, doing the math and probably thinking they have enough to win next turn, because you don't get another turn after that one, or you do, but you only get 6 more clicks as the Corp, and you have to find a way to get 1 more point.
So the last post-truth, yeah, are they running 3 of them? Could be the last is in M. Oh no,
check.
Could have won if the last post-truth was in M. You could install and on 2 credits you can score it.
Yes, there's only 2 copies of Post-Truth Dividend in the Corp list, so no way for Generator to get that 7 point for cheap.
I'm not sure what's the plan to...
Really curious as well. Probably finding a way to flip the Corp once again, hoping that the runner cannot flip it once more, and then ideally score the last point on the last turn. 6 click is what Generator has to play from.
Yeah.
Now Virtue, 2 cards to credit. A Fermenter that gets popped on first click. Let's see if she can find a way through one of these servers to find a card. If she can trash any of the cards in R&D, that would cut the clock in half.
Yeah. I'm surprised by this Fermenter. If we assume that Corp cannot win next turn, could have waited 1 more turn to get a bit more credits. What are we going to do this turn?
We could run through the Boomy, click through the trash one program, and let the core damage fire. That would trigger Azaz again.
We are going R&D. Oh, but maybe we get the core damage from... We let it fire to get sabotage.
The Boomy biting generator here, because you really don't want an extra core damage to happen.
So...
Oh yeah. Generator realizing the core damage is not going to help him here.
He has to sabotage from HQ.
It has to happen, otherwise you lose the game as soon as you go on your mandatory draw. So it has to come out of 2 cards from HQ. Looks like we decided to go from 1 card from HQ, 1 from R&D. So Generator thinking they just need 1 more turn to win.
And if it's a trashable on R&D, you lose too?
It's possible, although I think Virtue is going to get into R&D with exactly 0 credits, because it's 4, or at least 2 here to get through the F2P, and then looks like 5 to break the message. So they might have just enough credit to trash something. Not a lot of trashables in this Nebula list anyway.
And we have 2 bad publicity also, must be coming from those piranhas. And Corp is on Kaku Rainbow. That's fun.
It's one of those Stock the Embers Kaku Rainbow lists that fast advances these. And I decided to take the tag and just break the bounce subroutine on F2P. And now challenging the message as for paying for getting up to strength, paying 1 more to end the run. And we'll just letting the lose 3 fire, because you get to keep the bad publicity going in. You don't lose that one, and finds the Stoke the Ember at the end of R&D.
Tense game again. And yeah, SSG Speed Racer calling out the surprising amount of Nebula we see. NBN seemed to be in a really bad position. We saw quite a few Epiphany decks in the recent tournaments, but Nebula is coming back strong this weekend.
Absolutely. Like the judge coming in, checking in on the game, but the game is over.
Yeah, we have 7 minutes left in the round, but I think
this is the only game left going, so we might just cut to a short break and then go back into the next round as soon as the pairings are up.
Yeah, we'll do that. So see you in a few minutes.
I'm back.
Yeah, we are back. We already have the new pairings. And tables
Very
are getting
short break.
created. Yeah, very short break.
Looks like
Where
players are happy to jump in. We lost 4 players in the last round. We lost Ruben Peter, Jay Foley, Genonator, and the Council as well. So we lost both NBN players, unfortunately.
we haven't seen Precision Design yet today.
That's correct. You want to jump into one of those combo PD?
Yeah, I say either table 18 or 19. Maybe. Oh, we've just seen that, Lissy. So let's go table 19.
Sounds good. We could also jump into table 22, although I think that might still be the winner bracket. Yeah. So let's jump into the Virtue against Lovelace game, which sounds
Yeah.
quite interesting.
Wait.
Players are shuffling up and doing their mulligans. Looks like both players are happy to be on stream. Looks like Virtue on the corp side opted to mulligan her first hand, and so does Lovelace on her on the runner side.
Let's go. So it looks like the Mercury deck looks very similar to the one Tuno was playing. And the combo PD, I didn't notice any difference with the known ones.
Yeah. Combo PD looks exactly like you would expect. The ice might be changing slightly here and there. Some of the numbers might be getting readjusted, but the core principle is the same. We only have 2 nano management here. So opting to go lower on that side to get more setup going with more top downs and red level clearances.
Yeah, Lovelace is trying to keep the deck list displayed on the screen. If you have a big screen, that could be quite useful.
Mm-hmm. Asking kindly not to go over one remote. We'll see if that happens.
Only if you leave my centrals alone. Yeah, players joking.
Wishful thinking on both players, and it looks like we're good to go. The round has begun.
Yeah, of course, Virtue wants to have 5 remotes to trigger the combo.
And we'll see Lovelace definitely trying to run those centrals to get extra accesses with the Mercury ability. So
what was
for now, top-down solutions going down to the credits, but getting to draw 2 cards and install 2 more. Very good start from the E player.
Both player mulliganed.
Yes.
But since Virtue mulligan into a decent hand, Lovelace immediately bravadoing the remote.
Forcing a res here or not, deciding to just let the runner in, finds the human resources and trashing it right away, and then sends a clean getaway on R&D. 2 accesses for the core, sorry, for the runner. Stealing 1 agenda right away, send a message.
And revealing a drafter on HQ.
We're not safe from transfer necessarily.
Yeah.
But you definitely don't want to run through a drafter too many times in this matchup.
Already,
against this
yeah.
corp.
Especially, we already have 2 good cards in the discard.
Absolutely. Red level clearance, draw 2 cards. Let's see what the second one ends up being. Just gets the click back.
Still looking for money for Virtue. Installs the spin. Draws up.
Getting your first economic asset contested in this game, with this deck, can be quite hard to come back. It'll take a little bit. And Lovelace is not letting the pressure go. After finding that first agenda, decides to pinel through the archives and get another human resources out of the game.
And install a second class act, going quite fast through the deck. And installs backstitching too. Another top down.
One credit is not enough to res any of these eyes, but Virtue is very happy to just go wide and make sure Lovelace has to have the credits to trash the things in the remotes. For now, both players very low on credits.
Yeah, Virtue definitely desperately looking for a flop, I guess.
Absolutely. Compilation hits the board. We'll see what we find. 2 cards to access for Lovelace here.
Oh,
Tries to
Bass.
take a Bass out of the game.
That's useful. And draw that with Steel Skin. And some money with a Telecast.
Not ready to play from here from
Yeah.
Virtue. You have to expect her to want to play some amount of fully operational soon. For now, just opting to bounce back using that YDL.
That's good too. Especially
Having to click.
with only 2 remotes, it's almost as good. Yeah, it's as good as a flood.
Having
As
to
a
click
flop.
for the credit to get there is not the best, but yeah,
Indeed.
you can't complain here. Malin Dragon hits the board, ready to bypass the drafter and lets the transfer fire.
Oh,
Finds another send a message, Lovelace. Sniper with these accesses.
another drafter raised on R&D. Trashes a spin. Reprise.
Oh, reprise in R&D. Bouncing the drafter that just got res back in hand. Economic damage on Virtue and just
That could be it.
sending an R&D. Trying to find the last points. We don't have enough clicks to steal a luxury line, but that doesn't necessarily matter.
And
Floating the tag.
Yeah, only seeing 1 card because Mercury already triggered on HQ. Corps play red level Valkyrians.
Yeah, opting the float tag is interesting because you have that daily cast on 6. You really don't want to get trashed, but Virtue doesn't have the time and resources to trash that one.
Yeah.
Opting to just click out the regulate, which makes absolute sense. Virtue not necessarily too far from comboing off, just needs a few more eyes on these remote server. For now, sends the first fully up, draws 4,
6.
ends up drawing all 6. Two clicks to use as many of these 9 cards as possible. One will probably find its way into archives. And a second fully up gets played. You have to expect this one has to mostly, generate credits.
2. So we are discarding 3 cards, but we have a spin on the board. So yeah, only 3 servers, not enough to combo yet, but we're getting close. And
2
now
fully
we
ups
have
in the bin,
many money.
2 red levels in the bin. The options for Virtue are not plenty.
Yeah.
You have to expect the spin to be used to get at least some of those tools back in deck soon.
Yeah. Malin Dragon cannot go through any ice. We are on Fed 6. Carpe Diem. Mark is
Rolls
HQ.
HQ.
And go for it. We are backstitching it. Going to see 2 cards here.
As a Rage Worker and a Synchrotron, not enough credits to trash both. Decides to leave all of them down. Sets up a pretty merry, ideally getting a massive dig on R&D in the future to just find the last agenda and win the game before the Corp can have a chance to combo off.
Yeah, with two good assets, Corps can create. If they also have the 2 eyes to go with it, should be able to set up the combo. Spin used to shuffle back red level and top down, and another spin. 12 cards left.
Deciding not to take another fully up back in the deck kind of tells you that Virtue has, the last fully up ready to go. 4 triggers down to use here.
Draws.
These are quite scary. Every time you draw, the agenda gets closer to the top of R&D or into HQ.
Oh dear. Is Virtue comboing off this turn?
A single click and not enough servers to set up. It sounds really hard, but it looks like it might happen. 10 credits to play from. We don't have a YDL. We don't have more fully ups available. Let's see
Nano.
if Virtue can pull this off. Nano for now gets you back to 2 clicks.
Oh, we are
Pops another spin.
Four cards left in R&D. Are we shuffling back probably the Nano and maybe fully operational?
Looks like YDL is selected for now. It feels like Virtue needs the money to play from this position. YDL would generate the most here.
But you need to draw. How do you draw it? I'm not sure.
That's a great question. I think we have a couple more red levels, but you really need them to install more cards. For now, fully operational and nano management aren't the options chosen by Virtue. That's the last Spin Doctor available because the third one is currently sitting in archive, so no more recursion on that front. Top-down solutions is the next card played. It will generate one more click with Wage Worker, I believe.
There's still some recursion. We are playing Simulation Reset.
That's correct.
So top down to install 2 and gain the Wage Worker clicks. That's a third operation we're playing this turn. We have installed in server 1 and server 4. 2 click left. Only 4 credits.
4 cards left in R&D are quite annoying. Looks like we're just playing the first RLC to draw 2 more. Gain the click back. 2 still to go. 3 credits.
Oh, another red level. We are drawing the last cards, maybe? No, install.
We're installing Ice. We have to expect that the last fully operational has found its way into Virtue's hand by now. You would have.
Or maybe YDL?
YDL is still in archives, I believe.
Oh, yeah, right. So, yeah. Last fully up. Draw the last card and gain money. So now we have to play.
The Spin Doctor is off the table, but we still have the option of. Now we gain the option of playing the Simulation Reset.
Yeah, Nano first, but only on 5 credits. I'm not sure if they can pull it off. Probably.
It feels extremely close money-wise. Simulation Reset, you have to expect will recur a couple of nano managements and some amount of fully operationals.
Yeah, you need 1 fully up, I think. I'm not sure how you can. Seems tough.
It looks very close. Let's see if Virtue got all the way here. So if someone can get through this board side, it might be her. You also need 1 more server set up to combo off. The one silver lining is that you don't have to play through a Hermes. No Hermes has found its way on the board for now.
So fully up, Nano,
Sim Reset gets fully up, Nano, RLC, RLC, RLC. Very interesting.
For 1 credit. Click less 1 credit. Yeah, okay.
1 more. Virtue has to get enough clicks, enough credits to play that nano management.
That's tough.
We have 1 click left, 4 credits to play from. Just not enough to play that fully up and the nano.
Yeah.
We're 1 credit away off, fortunately.
Yeah, because the second red level was used to gain a click and install, a non-agenda. Probably the Cycrossing Plotron, I guess. Third red level.
For another credit, here we go. Now we played the nano management, we play the fully up, we go all the way back to 10 credits, we play the last nano in hand. Can Virtue do it? It feels like we're we're missing a few more pieces.
Yeah, it seems we're missing 1 click somehow. GG, yeah.
And Virtue calls it. Could not get there, unfortunately. Had to fire off the combo a little too early. Just advances a card for advancement with that flood the market, but could not score out and is destined to deck out in the next turn.
That's so anticlimactic when the combo whiffs like that. You spend 10 minutes comboing off and then I don't have
It
it.
is, yeah, it is slightly unfortunate. Although it is always really interesting to see the combo players try to fight through all the disruption, all the effects and stuff, and try to assemble a combo from the hardest position possible. Yeah, Richard just decides to concede. Save Lovelace the time to check in the deck list and make sure cross the T's and dot the I's.
Yeah, that was pretty close, but yeah, probably Virtue has to try it because with Lovelace on already 6 points, and with a pretty Marion style, you cannot wait too much.
Absolutely, yeah. Virtue felt the need to combo off now, try to get the points out of the deck and into the score area. Chat is asking for Rotom Sleeper. Looks like that game has already ended, unfortunately. We won't be able to catch that one live.
Yeah, sorry, November. Replacing the draft
Our
one or the last one.
left, we haven't seen Chunky Seal or 34 Witches at all this tournament, or today at least.
Yeah.
It's a similar matchup, so it might be over very soon. But
Yeah.
I feel like we might want to jump in and see the end of that.
Let's see if Chunky Seal can seal the combo.
It looks like we are mid combo. Both players are okay with the stream, but yeah, we have an MTR in the 16 cards in hand, 10 credits and 3 clicks to go. With a fully set up board of 5 servers. Hermes on the board is the only thing that's saving 34 Witches, or at least slowing down Chunky Seals. I think thinking about the last few clicks here. We haven't played the simulation set yet.
So yeah, I was calling the end of previous game anticlimactic. So it's good that we can see the combo not whiffs this time. It looks. I would be surprised if Chunky Seal doesn't have it. So there's already the 5 servers, 3 click left. We are still installing new cards.
Looks like we need more cards on the board to win this one.
Should be a Cyclotron, I guess.
Extra safe. Yeah, I'm assuming some of these have to be Cyclotrons or powers that be.
Yeah, it was installed with red level, so no agenda. Fully up for money. We are on 20 credits. Sim reset.
Sim reset. Chunky still going through every resource necessary to get there. Crashing 5 cards from hand. We're expecting most of the nano managements to get back some form of money. Looks like 2 nanos, a Synchrotron, a red level clearance, and potentially a fully up.
So
fully up is the last card.
Yeah.
Chunky is interested in. Double nano management get played. Back to 3 clicks we go.
Well, Cyclotron was shuffled back, so 7-9. I have no idea what it could be.
Funnily enough, 11 credits. Barely enough here to pull off the combo. Although the fully up can still click for a potential plus 11 if Chunky still has enough clicks to go through.
Oh, it could be powers that be too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need the powers that be for the combo. So
It looks like we probably have it now as Flood the Market gets played, 5 advancing gets placed on card in server 1.
Not using Cyclotron, just paying the 2 clicks.
Roseby installs a card. It gets bounced right away by the Hermes. RLC gains a click and jams whatever. So yeah, 1 more card in server 1. Flood the market to advance another card in server 4. Gets 1 more click, 3 credits to go, and if what feels like for the 10th game this stream right now, click and credit perfect. Oh, never mind. We have a lot more. We just we're doing that, just making sure everything happens correctly. Powers that be installs 1 more card. Hermes has one extra trigger, but I don't think it matters as 6 points get scored and the last click and 3 credits get used for that Nero spike.
Yeah, this one. Oh, credit perfect again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Click and credit perfect. Well done.
Once again, we have a game that ends on exactly the necessary resources for the winning player to win that game off. Well played for our competitors here.
Yeah, pretty cool. What do we have left?
We have 2 games left. Buckethead Band running into Tuno, I think has a would Lou into the op, or we could jump into Leah's Melius U playing as Eza on Theseus. Happy with either games, to be fair.
Let's check table 17 maybe.
Sounds good. Oh, the game's over, unfortunately.
Okay.
Leah ended up scoring out on that one. So let me tune into the last one. Feel like we're good to jump in at any moment.
Buckethead Band deck is How Do We Beat Novum? Reglu with Hermes and Boomerang.
Looks like players are happy with the stream. We have Tuno with a setup looking similar to the previous game we've spectated. And Buckethead Band on a Hermes, a heap of companions currently tricking in, but not a lot of breakers to speak of.
We have upgrade
2 echelons are currently in the bin, a Buzzsaw and an Audrey, so not a lot of ways to get through ice for Buckethead Band here.
Yeah. And only 4 cards left. Someone's getting graded.
Yeah, once again, breaking the white space with Buzzsaw.
That's cheap.
Touching HQ. There's an Angelique and until get res to make sure that the Hermes doesn't bounce them. So we expect some agendas to be in HQ. Leschenberg gets found. 2 points for Tuno. A Hermes trigger bounces nice on R&D, and Musgrove and Kasserit get access on R&D as well.
Yeah, this Angelic, when you have only 4 cards left, is a bit annoying. We're going for it.
It's just a couple of damage, but they're enough. They equate to 50% of the cards that Ben has to play with. Yeah. Finds an Aziev.
And you cannot trash Angelic because hostile will kill you.
Correct.
Oh no, you could because you draw with Lou first.
Oh, so very interesting.
You could, but you're losing your last cards.
This would be all the cards left for.
We are going for
Ben.
it.
Decides to trash that one.
No more cards. So maybe Taka has to go.
Taka probably has to go here. I don't think Ben is particularly unhappy. 14 credits and no cards to play from. You have to expect the game to be over quite soon. Ben cannot trash any more cards installed anywhere. And cannot touch any face-up Angelique. A single expanded Angelique would be game for Tuno. I think there's only one of them, but we could still recur it somehow.
Indeed. We're going back. And
finds one more agenda. What a game.
Yeah.
Not credit perfect, but definitely card perfect on the runner side here.
Indeed. Seems like it was a tense one. Yeah, well played.
Absolutely. Very close games today.
Yeah. Exciting times. So, Sleeper.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. Leah and Atlisi ended up taking it over the Anarch as players in the lower bracket. Lovelace takes the game over Virtue. We've saw that one. Buckethead Ban, I think, knocks out Tuno from running. Sleeper ended up winning the game on the upper side, and Chunky Seal managed to score out with the combo against 34 Witches. So we have a winner final of, I think, Sleeper playing against Chunky Seal next round, and a bunch of more players waiting down in the chase bracket as they try to get back into the grand final later today.
So that was the end of round 3. I think we are up for lunch break.
Yes. And we'll tune out. You'll catch the rest of the stream from Jai's side, I believe.
Yeah.
Although some of it might end up being on... Yeah, and I think Jai's going to stream the rest of the event. So that's it for us, I think.
Exactly. Thanks a lot for tuning in and yeah, have a nice lunch for those in European time. See you on Jai channels later.
Later, folks.
Bye.